Found sketchy burner apps on my partner's phone. He insists it was to protect me from lies. Now I'm torn between love and betrayal. Decisions like these aren't easy, so there I was, heart pounding with a tension that could rival any dramatic movie scene, faced with the gnawing anxiety of whether to salvage the tiny glimmer of love that seemed almost buried under our collective debris. Against all odds and sound advice from my more rational friends, I went for it anyway. We sat down in what can only be described as our designated battle zone, the living room couch, trading casual battles of wit for deeper truths. It felt like diving off a cliff into icy waters, the terrifying thrill of exposing the raw tissue of my emotions to him. To my surprise, Alex confessed his fear wasn't about our daily squabbles or the mundane grind, but about the looming reality that he might actually be standing in the beginning of a forever kind of love. You know, the kind that's supposed to feel like a warm, fuzzy blanket, but instead felt like the weight of an unknown destiny falling squarely on his unsuspecting shoulders. For hours we untangled the twisted vines of our fears and expectations as if we were unskilled surgeons navigating a delicate operation. I sat there in my most comfortable and frankly unattractive sweatpants, listening to Alex's sporadic confessions. There were moments I found myself awkwardly giggling through tears as he claimed he was never given the handbook on how to be an emotional adult. Certain words stabbed at my defenses, dissolving the icy barricade around my heart that had been fortified by countless arguments and silent treatments. It was painfully apparent that whatever mountain of emotions we were grappling with, the honesty and vulnerability in Alex's eyes was shifting something inside me. My mind remained tangled with what-if scenarios that seemed poised to collapse like precarious dominoes. Yet there was this uncanny notion that maybe understanding and clarity didn't come from instantaneous revelations but required the slow burn of patience and the courage to face discomfort. As dawn spilled gentle light across our living room, transforming it into a stage set for new beginnings or perhaps tragic endings, we both shared a tacit understanding that simply talking wouldn't magically fix everything. But yet, those words, those whispered admissions, were the metaphorical broom sweeping away cobwebs of unspoken fears that had lingered too long. I turned to Alex and declared it was finally time. We needed to quit the constant cycle of lying to ourselves, take baby steps if necessary, but steps nonetheless. We'd have to attempt this harrowing dance of placing one foot firmly on solid ground before taking the next, prepared to stumble and learn, rather than self-destruct in this messy landscape of love marred by bruised dreams and tentative hope. The air was still thick with uncertainty, and that made my heart race in nervous anticipation, because what if taking these steps led us somewhere we couldn't come back from?